And welcome to Shady Spring High School. Video production presents the Shady Spring Shootout. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry, and good morning to you wherever you might be tuning in here this morning as we have a full day, morning, afternoon, and night, excuse me, of high school basketball scrimmages. And the first game on tap will be the Greater Beckley Crusaders taking on the Bluefield Beavers. Bluefield will be the visiting team. They'll be wearing the maroon uniforms trimmed in white. For the Beavers, they will go this way. It'll be John Flack, Chance Johnson, Caleb Fuller, William Looney, and R.J. Harrison will be the starting five for the Beavers. For Greater Beckley, it'll be Kendrick Wilson, Caden Smallwood, Sherlock Pedmore. It'll be Sean Kajot, and John Rose will be the starting five, beg your pardon, for Greater Beckley. So we're moments away of getting this underway. 4 quarters, and we will start the slate clean at the end of every quarter. And what I mean by that, whatever the score is, it'll go back to 0-0 into the second and so forth and so on, and that's how that will work. So glad you're with us here this morning on video production here in the main gym at Shady Spring High School. We're ready to get the game underway, a scrimmage matchup between Bluefield and Greater Beckley. Both of these teams have had good success over the previous years. Bluefield in Class AA throughout the years have always been a state tournament participant, and when Greater Beckley was single A, they always were a state tournament participant as well. So getting in the center circle, ready to jump, will be R.J. Harrison. He's a 6'4" sophomore for Bluefield. And Greater Beckley getting their final instructions from their head coach, and we'll be getting the ball in the air and getting the game underway momentarily. So once again for Greater Beckley, it'll be Wilson, Smallwood, Padmore Jr., Kajot, and Rose. And in the center circle will be Sherlock Padmore Jr. So Padmore will ready to get in the center circle. And now Bluefield has made a change. Getting ready to jump for Bluefield will be Chance Johnson. Ball's in the air. And when they're underway, Bluefield controls going to the basket to my right. Here come the Beavers bringing the ball up. Got the ball out high. With the ball now for Bluefield is Flack. Flack now has the ball taken away. Here comes Greater Beckley off the turnover. And in the front court is Kajot. Kajot gets the ball over to Smallwood. Smallwood over to Wilson, and now a timeout. And we've got an injured player right off the bat. On the turnover, coming right here in front of me was Kajot, and he came up a little lame. I didn't see what happened. He's holding his left ankle. And we're not quite a minute into the ball game, and Kajot is going to have to go to the bench. So I didn't see what happened. It happened to my left, right there in front of the Bluefield bench. And now Kajot's going to make his way to the locker room, and coming in is going to be Carmichael. Azell Carmichael will check in to the Greater Beckley lineup. So as you can see on your screen, no score, just not quite a minute into the ball game this morning. Ball goes in to Wilson. Bring the ball across the midcourt stripe. Bluefield playing man-to-man. Good defense here. The ball comes out high to Carmichael. Carmichael with it. Now they get the ball back over to Wilson. Wilson penetrates, takes the ball down to the left side of the floor, whips a pass across the way. Here's a nice drive, a lot of contact, put the shot up, and the shot doesn't go, but there'll be a foul. And that was a good hard take by Caden Smallwood, right of the lane. And Smallwood will get to the line, and he will shoot 2. Team foul number 1 on Bluefield. Personal foul will go on the Beavers. And I'm not sure who they called that on, as the free throw is good. So Greater Beckley scores first, and they take a 1-0 lead. Not quite 1 minute into the game yet. Smallwood ready for his second free throw. On its way, and it is good. So Smallwood gets them both. And Greater Beckley's in front 2-0 as we're 1 minute, right at 1 minute into the ball game. Here's Bluefield with it on the attack. Ball out here between the circles. They get the ball over here on the right side over to Looney. Looney had the ball taken away. Here's a steal. Here's Carmichael with it in the open floor. Attacks the basket, puts the shot up, no good. Tip up, no good. Carmichael puts it back up, in and out. Going hard to the basket with the rebound. That time it was swatted away as Padmore had the shot blocked. Looney comes back, puts up a short shot, and back the other way we come with Greater Beckley. Long pass to Smallwood. 3-ball left corner is going to be short. Battle for the rebound, and coming out of there with it is a tie-up, and now Bluefield able to come out of there with it with Fuller. Caleb Fuller will get the ball over to Flack. Flack in the front court. Pass on the right wing. Ball goes to Looney. They go around the horn. Here's a 3-ball on the left side. It's no good. That shot was put up by Fuller, and on the offensive putback, that is Looney for the putback, and the game is tied at 2. Even at 2, 6:10 for quarter number 1. Greater Beckley, Bluefield. Here's a nice drive into the lane. Ball's knocked free. There's a lot of contact, and they call a clean block, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Greater Beckley. That was Kendrick Wilson, went hard to the basket in the center of the lane. Greater Beckley will dip back into its bench, and coming actually back into the ball game will be Sean Cajo. Cajo was hurt in the first 30 seconds of the game, and now he's back in the game. Obviously okay. Game tied at 2. And here's Greater Beckley on the attack. Rose with it. Now they get the ball back out high over to Wilson. He'll launch a 3-ball. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Rose gets the rebound and goes up strong, and he'll draw the foul. And getting to the free throw line will be John Rose. He'll shoot 2 for Greater Beckley. We're even at 2 at the 5:50 mark of quarter number 1. So got a couple of free throws coming here for John Rose. Greater Beckley yet to make a field goal. Both of their points have come at the free throw line. 2 of 2 as a team. Rose at the line. First free throw on its way is no good. So he'll get another. He'll shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Rose is set. Ready. And free throw on its way is good. So he gets 1 of 2. And Greater Beckley's back in front 3-2 at the 5:45 mark of the first quarter. Trying to get the ball down low was a pass. Trying to get the ball over to R.J. Harrison. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bluefield. Bluefield will inbound on the baseline. They get the ball to Harrison. Harrison will get the ball out to Flack. Flack now gets the ball to Fuller. Fuller with it. Over to Harrison. Spins. Hard to the basket. Left of the lane. Nice, beautiful move. That time by R.J. Harrison, and Bluefield's in front 4-3. That was a sensational move. Here's Wilson with it. Gets the ball to Cajo. Cajo trying to get the ball into the lane. They do. Here's a shot, and they're going to call a offensive foul. Good defense by Bluefield, and it's going to be a charge against Sherlock Padmore. So Padmore will be whistled for the foul. That's the 3rd team foul on Greater Beckley. And checking into the Bluefield scheme of things will be Adair. Steve Adair will make his way into the lineup. Greater Beckley's going to show full court pressure. 4-3 the Bluefield lead. 5:20 for quarter number 1. Adair with the ball now and gives the ball over to Flack. Flack across the midcourt stripe. Pass over on the right wing. Bluefield trying to work it around. Here's a shot in the lane. No good. Harrison a little too strong. The long rebound comes back out to Greater Beckley. Here's Smallwood with it. Smallwood way out high. Waiting for a pick. Comes off the pick. Smallwood in between the circles. And he overhand the ball as the ball just kind of got away from him, and Greater Beckley will turn it over. 4:53, as you can see there on your screen, for quarter number 1. And it's 4-3. I know we have the score 4-4 up on the board, but it's actually 4-3. So we have a 30-second timeout. So this is the first of many games here this morning, this afternoon, and tonight. Coming up next in this gym, we will have, it'll be Greenbrier East and Capital. Later tonight, the Beckley Flying Eagles will take on St. Albans. That's scheduled to tip right around 7 o'clock here tonight in this Shady Shootout, which is a fantastic idea. Have two games going at the same time, 2 gyms here, the main gym and an auxiliary gym. And so with 4:53 remaining in the opening quarter, out of the timeout, Bluefield will have it. They'll inbound the ball across the way. Chance Johnson will put it in play. Johnson gets the ball to Flack. Flack brings the ball across the midcourt stripe, gets a screen. Flack to the left side. Now gets the ball out to the head of the lane. That is to Johnson. Now they get the ball over to Looney. Looney to Johnson. Now they have Adair with it. Adair on the dribble. He gets a pick. Adair spots up. He'll launch a 3. Back iron, no good. skying high for the rebound, and a nice putback is R.J. Hairston, and Bluefield's lead is now 6-3. Back the other way, here's Rose, 13-footer left of the lane, no good. Offensive rebound by Smallwood, and we got a whistle, and we got an offensive foul, I do believe, on Greater Beckley. So that's what we have. It's a charge against Greater Beckley, against Caden Smallwood, and Bluefield will have possession of the ball, leading 6-3 as we approach 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Hairston loses the ball. Rose picks it up. Rose got it with a pass into the front court, Smallwood. He runs into the defender and picks up his second charge. So that's back-to-back offensive fouls on Smallwood. I beg your pardon, that was Wilson that time who picked up the foul. Wilson is 3, Smallwood is 5, so that'll be an offensive foul, and it'll go back to Bluefield. 6-3 the lead for the Beavers. Bluefield will inbound and bring the ball up as Flack. Crosses the timeline, gets the ball to Adair. Adair between the circles. Throws the ball on the left side over to Caleb Fuller. Fuller with it now. Rose guarding him. Fuller spins. Gets the ball back over to John Flack. Flack with it. Get the ball to Harrison, put up the shot. It goes in, but there was a foul prior to Harrison's shot in the lane, and it'll be another foul on Greater Beckley. That'll be their 4th team foul. So it'll be a couple of shots coming for the Beavers. So it'll be Flack at the line. John Flack will shoot 2. Flack, a senior. Bluefield with 4 seniors on the squad, and the first free throw is up and in. 7-3 the Bluefield lead. That's the first free throw taken by the Beavers here in the game. 3:43 opening quarter. Flack will now shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Set, ready, free throw on its way, and it's no good. And Cajo gets the rebound for Greater Beckley. Over to Rose. Rose races the ball up into the front court. Left of the lane, takes it to the baseline, gets the ball back to Cajo. Cajo will penetrate into the lane, tack the rim, put up the shot, no good. Nice offensive rebound, and there's a block and a foul on Bluefield. And getting that rebound was Sherlock Padmore, and Padmore will get to the line, and he will shoot 2. So Padmore will get to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Greater Beckley. Greater Beckley as a team 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Padmore's first free throw is no good. He'll have another one coming. So 3 of 5 at the line are the Crusaders. And Greater Beckley will dip into its bench. And Miko Robinson will check into the lineup as Cajo will have a seat. So Bluefield leading 7-3. Here's the second shot coming for Padmore. On its way, and it's good. That makes the score 7-4. So Greater Beckley is 4 of 6 at the line here in this first quarter. They've yet to make a field goal. All their points coming from the free throw line. Here's Flack in the front court. Looney back to Flack. 3-ball from the left side, and it's going to be goaltending. Count the bucket. It's a 3-ball, and that will extend the lead to 10-4 in favor of Bluefield. So 10-4 is the lead. It says 7-4 on your screen, but it's actually 10-3 is the actual score. Here's Rose with it. And driving, here's a foul as Smallwood gets to the line. So the score is 10-4. We'll update that on our screen with just the clock's running. It shouldn't be. The clock ran like an extra 4 seconds. And you've got the 2:56 remaining here in the first quarter. And 10-4 is the correct score. And getting to the free throw line will be Caden Smallwood. So Smallwood will shoot 2. And now we've got it corrected there on our screen with 2:56 left in quarter number 1. And a 10-6 lead for Bluefield. And the first free throw by Smallwood is good. Makes it 10-5. So Greater Beckley is 5 of 7 at the line as a team. They've yet to make a field goal in this game. They've trimmed the lead to 10-5. Second free throw on its way by Smallwood, and it is good. So he makes them both. And 10-6 is the Bluefield lead. Here's a steal on the inbound and a nice play, and that's Greater Beckley's first field goal by Wilson, and that makes the score 10-8. Bluefield here with the ball. Hairston breaks the pressure into the front court, tacks the rim, goes up, has a shot blocked from behind. Here's Greater Beckley back the other way. Here's a chance to get even. Going to the right of the lane is no good. The shot by Smallwood. They battle for the loose ball. Down on the floor, we'll have a held ball. The possession arrow will keep it with Greater Beckley. So a lot of action end to end. 2:33 for the quarter. 10-8 is the lead in favor of Bluefield. And on the arrow, the possession, it will belong to Greater Beckley. Smallwood set to put it in play. Brings the ball way out high over to Wilson. Wilson with the pass on the right side. Rose, stop, right baseline, 10-footer good. We're even at 10. So a mini 6-0 run here by Greater Beckley have got the game even at 10. Here's Bluefield with it. Here's Adair. Gets the ball to Harrison, slashing to the basket. Lay it up and in with the left hand. That was a nice give and go. Nice hard take to the basket. And a nice finish that time by Harrison for Bluefield. Beavers lead by 2. Here's Greater Beckley with it. 15-footer by Wilson is no good. Harrison clears over to Flack. Bluefield races the ball back up the floor, across the midcourt stripe. Flack with it, out to Harrison, out high between the circles. Harrison puts it on the deck, tacks the rim. They steal it from him. Here comes Greater Beckley, back the other way. Euro step into the lane, reverse layup, good. A sensational play by Miko Robinson, and the game is tied at 12. Here's a pass. And Bluefield will dip into its bench. Checking into the Bluefield lineup will be Fields, and also in for Bluefield, or back in will be Looney. Game tied at 12, 1:31 for the quarter. Bluefield inbound on the baseline. And they throw it away. Here comes Robinson racing down the floor, lay it up and in, and Greater Beckley has its first lead. As Wilson finished that one, I beg your pardon. So it's a 14-12 Greater Beckley lead, their first lead of the game. 1:18 remaining opening quarter. Bluefield with the ball. Tacking the rim. Shot up on the left side is no good. That shot was put up by Fields, and back the other way comes Smallwood. Smallwood with a pass over to Rose. Rose into the lane. Throws the ball back out. Here's a deep three on the right side, and that was way downtown by Wilson. And on the putback, Greater Beckley's extended its lead to 16-12 as we're under 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. And here's a Greater Beckley foul, and that's a reach-in. That'll be a common foul. They'll inbound on the side. So with 47.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter, a nice surge by Greater Beckley. They've taken a 4-point lead, leading 16-12. Bluefield will inbound the ball right here at midcourt. And got a player in there that we don't have a number for. So it'll be Hairston to inbound, Amari Hairston. And he was a tremendous football player, Amari Hairston. Now he has the ball now out between the circles. Passes the ball into the right wing, and there's a nice cut to the basket, lay it up and in. As that is Campbell Tuman, who's take that pass and lay it up and in. Tuman, rather, beg your pardon. Here's the shot up by Greater Beckley, no good. Here's Bluefield out in the open floor with a fast break, and Harrison can't hang on to it, and he loses it out of bounds. 18 seconds remaining in the quarter, 16-14, the Greater Beckley lead. And let's see if the Crusaders will hold it for the final shot of this opening quarter. Walking the ball up as Wilson tells people to clear out. Wilson puts it on the deck, gets into the lane, throws the ball to Smallwood. Smallwood now into the right corner with the pass over to Robinson. He puts up a wild shot. It's up no good. They battle for the rebound. Bluefield has it. 1 second left. That's how the quarter will end. The end of one quarter, your score is Greater Beckley 16, Bluefield 14. We'll take a quick break as you're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School here at the Shady Shootout. I'm Maris Lowry, and it's a scrimmage game between Bluefield and Greater Beckley. And they'll start all over again at the beginning of each quarter by putting zeros on it. So the first quarter goes to Greater Beckley as they outscored Bluefield in that first quarter 16-14. Bluefield led most of the way of that first quarter, but a nice surge in the final 4 minutes of quarter number one by Greater Beckley gave them a 16-14 lead at the end of one quarter. And like I said, they'll start back with zeros as we start for the second quarter. So the first quarter goes to Greater Beckley. They were very impressive, 16-14. Both teams just here in the early going of the season. The season won't start officially for these teams until next week. And so they're just trying to see what they need to work on, and these scrimmages are played like a game, and like just what it is. It's an exhibition game, and kind of gives you a little bit of idea where you're at, and where you need what you need to work on to get where you want to be. So we're ready to start the second quarter. Bluefield out there, Greater Beckley still getting their final instructions, and we're ready to roll. Like I said, we started clean slate at the beginning of every quarter, so Greater Beckley won that first quarter 16-14. Bluefield got to the line one time, making their only free throw in that first quarter. Greater Beckley got to the line 8 times in that first quarter, and they made 6. Greater Beckley was 6 of 8. So we're ready to go. Harrison will put the ball in play for the Beavers across the way. We're ready to start the second quarter as we start with a clean slate. So here's Bluefield with it. Getting the ball into the front court is Fields. Fields on the dribble. He gets a screen from Harrison. Got a young man out there with the ball now that we don't have a name for, don't have a roster, but he'll shoot a three. It's no good, and coming out of there with the rebound is Smallwood for Greater Beckley. Smallwood races across the front court, puts a shot up, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line. So Caden Smallwood will get to the free throw line, and Greater Beckley, as I mentioned, they took 8 free throws in that first quarter. They made 6 of them. And they'll try to get quarter number 2 off on a good foot by getting to the free throw line, and let's see if they can cash in. So Smallwood at the line to shoot a pair. And he's set. First free throw on its way and is good. And Greater Beckley takes the lead 1-0. As I mentioned, if you're just joining us, they start a clean slate at the beginning of every quarter. So it was 16-14, the first quarter won by Greater Beckley. Second free throw is good as well. And both free throws are made by Caden Smallwood. And right now, Greater Beckley 8 of 10 at the free throw line here in the ball game. So 2-0 is the lead here in this second quarter of play. 7:25 for the half. Harrison in trouble. Gets the ball now out to Fields. Fields with it. Fields between the circles. Greater Beckley showing great defense, making it really tough on Bluefield. Here's a baseline penetration. They get the ball. The long pass comes out, but Greater Beckley making Bluefield work for everything. Ball's loose, picked up by Fields. It's a lot of contact out there. No whistle. Fields makes his way to the basket. Tries to throw the ball in the corner. It's knocked out of bounds. So Bluefield will maintain possession of the ball. They'll inbound on the baseline. We're a minute into the second quarter. They get the ball down low to Looney. Now Looney gets the ball back, puts up the shot, and scores. Nice job that time. William Looney, 6'4" junior for Bluefield, able to catch the ball in the low post, turn around, and put it up and in. So we're tied at 2. And we got a Greater Bluefield foul, rather. And that'll be a common foul. And it'll be side out for Greater Beckley. 2-2 here in the second quarter, 6:39 for the half. Greater Beckley won the first quarter, 16-14, so we start all over at every quarter. That's how they do the scrimmages. And here is Greater Beckley with it down low, and we got a foul. And it'll be free throw time. As getting to the free throw line for Greater Beckley is going to be Padmore. He'll shoot a pair. So Padmore at the line. He'll shoot 2. Greater Beckley 8 of 10 at the line as a team. Free throw is no good. He'll have another one coming. He'll get the back in as Bluefield will bring Flack back in. Also for the Beavers, checking back in will be Chance Johnson. And so the second free throw coming for Padmore. 2-2 is the score here in the second quarter. Padmore, the second shot of the two-shot opportunity is good. And Greater Beckley's in front, 3-2. Flack races the ball up the floor, gets the ball as they whip it around the perimeter. Harrison has it now. Harrison over to Johnson. Johnson now to Flack. Greater Beckley now is going to be back in his zone. Flack penetrates, throws the ball into the right corner. Johnson, now Flack has it. Flack, and get the ball in the post. Triple team, shot put up. That was a fourth shot put up by Tooman, and he wasn't able to go. Tooman, a 6'1 junior. And the ball will go over to Greater Beckley. So Fuller will check back into the Bluefield lineup as Greater Beckley will have the ball. The ball will come in to Robinson. Robinson brings it up across the midcourt stripe. Robinson on the dribble. Gets the ball down low. Padmore, and they steal the ball, but nice hustle that time by Flack, but he's out of bounds. It'll stay with Greater Beckley. 3-2 the Greater Beckley lead. You can see there on your screen. 5:53 remaining in the first half. The ball comes out high, and Wilson had it. Ball's loose on the floor. Ball's still loose, and they dive for the loose ball. Bluefield comes away with it. Harrison with excellent hustle. Here's Flack with it. Bluefield. Johnson, he can't handle the pass, and he turns it over. It goes out of bounds back to Greater Beckley. So we got a lot of action, but not a lot of points here in the second quarter. And if you're just joining us and you see 3-2 here in the second quarter, the first quarter was won by Greater Beckley 16-14 as they change. Actually, they change the score, or I shouldn't say change. It goes back to 0-0 at the end of every quarter. We've got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
Fun fact, you know Mountain Dew and spicy chicken is the perfect combo?
Does it look like I don't know that?
Okay. Didn't mean to ruffle your feathers.
You know, we both did the employee training, Gary.
Okay, don't jump down my beak.
Doing spicy? Do the do.
And out of the timeout, it will be Greater Beckley's ball. They lead 3-2 here in the second quarter. Bluefield, as you can see, showing full court pressure. And the ball comes into Wilson. Wilson tries to get the pass ahead in the front court. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Greater Beckley. 3-2, the Crusaders lead here in the second quarter. 16-14 was the score at the end of the first quarter, and they start all over from scratch at every quarter, and that's how these scrimmages roll. They get the ball inside, and it's going to be a turnover as Padmore not able to handle the pass, and he turns it over. So on the turnover, it'll go back to Bluefield. Flack has it. Flack will bring it up under pressure. Gets the ball across the midcourt stripe. Gets the ball to Johnson. Over to Fuller on the right wing. Fuller will launch a three ball. Back iron, no good. Johnson gets the long rebound into the paint, gives the ball back to Fuller, puts it up with the left hand and scores. Nice job by the Beavers hitting the offensive board as Fuller able to finish with the left hand. And Bluefield back in front 4-3. Here's Smallwood, three ball right side. It is good. Smallwood hits the three. Greater Beckley back out in front by the score of 6-4. Bluefield quickly back the other way. They even the game up at 6 here in the second quarter. Smallwood gets the ball over. Three ball left side. That's no good. That shot was put up by Wilson, and back the other way come the Bluefield Beavers. Johnson with it now. Johnson over to Flack. Flack has it. Over to Fuller. Fuller trying to put it on the deck. His ball's stolen. Here comes Greater Beckley. Wilson attacking the rim, puts up the shot, and they'll call an offensive foul. An offensive foul on Kendrick Wilson as he made a nice steal, attacked the basket right there in the center of the lane. And the ball will go back over to Bluefield. Even at 6, 4:27 for the half. Ball comes into Flack. Flack will bring it up across the midcourt stripe. Gets the ball over to Fuller in front of the Greater Beckley bench. Fuller puts it on the deck, gets into the lane. Fuller, now he's going to lean up, take the shot, and we've got a whistle. And they're going to have a foul on Greater Beckley. I would think that would be on the drive in the lane. And that will be the 15th foul on Greater Beckley. 4:13 for the half. Actually, I beg your pardon, the second team foul on Greater Beckley. 4:13 for the half, tied at 6. And Bluefield will inbound on the baseline. And putting the ball in play will be Fogg. And they get the ball inside, and Bluefield turns it over. So checking back into the Greater Beckley lineup will be John Rose. Game tied at 6 here in the second quarter. Like I said, they start all over 0-0 at the end of every quarter. Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14. They get the ball into Rose. Rose gets the ball back over to Cajo. Cajo crosses the timeline into the front court on the dribble behind his back. Takes it back out, and Flack comes in, knocks it away, and then he slips and falls, and he's not able to get the steal, but it was a nice hustle. Good play that time by Bluefield's Javon Flack. So here's Cadreau to put the ball in play for Greater Beckley. He does so, gets the ball to Rose, and Rose will bring it up. 3:55 left here in the opening half. Here's Cajo down the lane, over to Wilson, three ball, right side, no good, battle for the rebound. And they'll fight for it, and it's won by Greater Beckley, and a nice putback. That's a strong, nice move. Right of the lane, Greater Beckley back in front, 8-6. That putback was by Pedmore. Back the other way comes Bluefield with it. Chance with it. Give the ball to Hairston. Hairston puts it on the deck, tries to get to the rim, puts up a wild-looking shot, no good. And the ball will go over to Greater Beckley. So Greater Beckley will have the possession. They're up 2 here in the second quarter. Here's Rose with it. Rose with the ball. You got a new player in the game for Greater Beckley. That's Carmichael. Down inside. Here's a little short shot off the window, up and good. Pedmore doing work down low. He scores again. 10-6 the Greater Beckley lead. Flack over to Johnson. Now get the ball to Looney. Three ball, right side, rattles it home. Ring that bell from downtown. Nice shot that time by Looney. I beg your pardon, by Fuller. Fuller rang the bell from downtown. As Steve Adair gets set to check into the ball game for Bluefield. Adair will check in. So Caleb Fuller hits that three ball, and it's 10-9 here in the second quarter with 2:45 left in the half. Greater Beckley up by 1. Excuse me. Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14. Here's Carmichael with it. Now they get the ball over to Wilson. Wilson penetrates into the lane, puts up the short shot, no good. There's Pedmore had it. And here's a fast break for Bluefield, and a nice outlet pass. And Chance Johnson able to catch it and lay it up and in right of the lane. Bluefield back in front, 11-10, 2:20 for the opening half. Here's a 15-footer on the right elbow. It's an air ball by Rose, and we got a rebound, and we got an official's timeout. Something on the floor, and the ball will go back over to Bluefield. So 11-10 is the score. Bluefield has the ball, up 1, 2:15 for the half. As I mentioned, Greater Beckley won the first quarter, 16-14. So here's Flack with it on the dribble. Picks up his dribble, gets the ball over. Here's Fuller straight away, 3-ball, got it. That's back-to-back threes by Caleb Fuller, and Bluefield's in front by the score of 14-10. Here's Adair with it, puts it on the deck, throws the ball over to Rose. Rose into the right corner on the dribble. 1:44 left here in the opening half. Here's Carmichael. Carmichael spins. They knock the ball loose, and they're going to call a Bluefield foul for reaching in. That'll be the 16th foul on the Beavers. That'll be side out for Greater Beckley. So if you're in a regular game, it would be 28-26 would be the actual score. Bluefield will be ahead because Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14, and Bluefield now in front 14-10 as they start from scratch at the beginning of every quarter. Here's Rose with it, gets the ball out. Here's a 3-ball. That 3-ball is put up and is no good. That 3-ball that time was put up by Kajo, and he missed the shot. And Bluefield comes out of there with it. So the Beavers will have it with 1:24 left in the half. Bluefield up 4 in this quarter, 14-10. Putting the ball in play will be Chance Johnson. Got a new player in the ball game for Bluefield, and I don't have a number for him. He's not on our roster. So bringing the ball up, here is Fuller. He's taxed the rim, goes hard to the basket, puts up the shot, no good. Back the other way is Greater Beckley. Here's Robinson with it, over to Smallwood. The trailer, 3-ball, Smallwood. Shot is short. He gets his own rebound. Right baseline, gets the ball to Rose into the lane, puts up the short shot, no good, and Harrison comes out of there with the rebound. Harrison behind his back, stolen by Rose. Rose will take it in, lay it up and in. 14-12 is the lead, and a timeout at 54.9 for the half. And it's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
Family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
We welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. I'm Maris Lowry. Glad you're with us this morning on Video Production. The Shady Shootout and this scrimmage between Greater Beckley and Bluefield. With 54.9 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, it's a 2-point advantage for Bluefield, 14-12. These teams really evenly matched. Greater Beckley won the first quarter, 16-14. So overall, we're even at 28, but they start all over at the beginning of every quarter. So here's Johnson with it, gets a pass down low. Harrison, little short shot, about 4 feet from the basket is good, and Bluefield extends their lead to 16-12. Final 40 seconds of the second quarter. Here's Rose with it on the right wing. Rose gets the ball out to Cajo. Cajo puts it on the deck, gets the ball inside Carmichael, 10-footer right in the center of the lane, and he scores. Nice pass and a nice shot by Carmichael. 16-14, the Bluefield lead. Here's a steal by Rose. Rose will take it in right of the lane, put up the shot. Doesn't go, but he draws the foul, and Rose will get to the line. He will shoot 2. So John Rose will step up to the free throw line. Greater Beckley has been there 12 times already, making 9. As a team, Greater Beckley 9 of 12 at the free throw line, and John Rose will shoot 2. And he's set. First free throw on its way. It's good. 16-15 the lead. And Greater Beckley is 10 of 13 at the free throw line. So Rose will shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. He's set. ready. Free throw on its way is good. He got them both. We're even at 16. Let's see if Bluefield will hold it for the final shot of the half. Here's Flack. Flack into the front court. Gets the ball to Johnson. They get the ball to Fuller. Fuller to the elbow. 15-footer. Puts up the shot too strong. Here's Greater Beckley with it with a chance to get the final shot of the half. Here's Kudrow. Wide open three just ahead of the buzzer, and he got it. Greater Beckley takes a 19-16 lead, and that's how the quarter will end. At the end of the first half, it's a Greater Beckley winning the first quarter by 2 and winning the second quarter by 3. So I do think we will have a break, and we'll go ahead and take it, and we'll recap the first half on the other end of the break as you're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
Family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back to Shady High School. I'm Maris Lowry here at the Shady Shootout. scrimmage this morning between Bluefield and Greater Beckley. And Greater Beckley won the first quarter by the score of 16-14. And, of course, we start all over at 0 at the beginning of every quarter. And Greater Beckley won the second quarter 19-16. So the actual total, if you're keeping score, would be 35-30 at halftime in favor of Greater Beckley. So we're ready to start the third quarter and ready to go for the third quarter as Bluefield and Greater Beckley are ready. And let's see who will have possession. Let's see who's going to be starting. Looks like the same starters that started the game: Flack, Johnson, Fuller, Looney, and Harrison out there for Bluefield. And it's going to be Wilson, Smallwood, Padmore, Cajo, and Rose for Greater Beckley. So we start all over 0-0, but through the first half, Greater Beckley is ahead 35-30 as Greater Beckley will inbound the ball, and it comes into Rose. Greater Beckley going to the basket to my right as Rose will bring the ball across the midcourt stripe. Rose on the dribble and gets the ball to Cadro. Back to Rose. Rose, a nice head fake, puts up the short shot, no good. Johnson had the rebound there for a minute. The ball's loose, and now Johnson now had possession, and now here's Bluefield with it into the front court. Fuller, spot, three ball, no good. Long rebound. They battle for it. It comes back to Bluefield. Here's Fuller going to the basket, right of the lane, lay it up and in. Nice job by Caleb Fuller for Bluefield, and Bluefield scores the first 2 points of the third quarter, and it's a 2-0 lead. Here's Cajo with it, over to Rose. Rose, three-point country, down to Pedmore. They throw the ball away to Greater Beckley. Here's Caleb Fuller in the open court, takes the ball into the lane, whips a pass here, three ball. Thought about the three ball that time was Looney. Back to Fuller. Fuller will get the ball to Harrison at the left elbow. Harrison tacks the rim. Nice lead for Johnson, and he scores right of the lane. That was a beautiful pass. Bluefield off to a 4-0 lead, and we're a minute in here to the third quarter. Here's Greater Beckley turning it over. Johnson in the front court, got numbers 3-on-2. Here's a layup right of the lane, is good by Fuller. And Bluefield has started this second half as they've scored the first 6 points and take a 6-0 lead at the 6:40 mark of the third quarter. If you're just joining us, we start all over from the quarters from 0-0. So here is Smallwood taking it to the basket, and it will be an offensive foul. Smallwood goes hard to the glass, right of the lane, and he'll get whistled for the charge. But Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14. They also won the second quarter 19-16, which 35-30 would have been the lead. And as I say, we start all over, but Bluefield has scored the first 6 points of this third quarter, so Bluefield is ahead by one for the whole game at 36-35. Here's a turnover, and going in for the easy layup, Greater Beckley's able to get the steal with Wilson, and with Wilson's bucket, Greater Beckley's on the board. Here's another steal. Rose back the other way. He has his pocket pick. Now it's stolen. Back the other way we go. Here's hard to the basket. Wilson puts up the shot right of the lane. No good. Johnson gets the rebound and gets the ball out over to Looney. Looney into the front court. Picks up his dribble and gets the ball down to Harrison. They get the ball to Johnson. Johnson puts up a little short shot and scores left of the lane. 8-2 Bluefield. 5:50 here for quarter number 3, and Greater Beckley turns it over. So Bluefield will have the ball. They lead in this quarter 8-2. Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 16-14 in the first quarter and 19-16 in the second quarter. Here's Flack with it. Tacks the rim. Scoop shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Nice hustle by Johnson. Puts the ball up. It won't go. And coming out of there with it is Greater Beckley. The ball's loose down on the floor. Cajo could never really get a hold of it, and it'll be off of Bluefield, and it'll go over to Greater Beckley. Greater Beckley wearing the white uniforms, trimmed in red and gray. Bluefield wearing the maroon. Ball comes into Rose. Bluefield with full court man-to-man pressure. Rose will bring the ball across the timeline on the far side. Cajo has it now between the circles. Now they get the ball over to Wilson. Wilson on the right wing. Wilson put the ball on the deck, trying to get into the paint. Gets the ball over to Smallwood. He'll launch a three ball. It's going to be short. Rose has the offensive rebound. The ball is knocked free, and the ball goes over to Bluefield's Flack. Flack brings the ball across the timeline to the left elbow. Gives the ball to Harrison. Harrison will shoot a 15-footer left of the lane, in and out and back in again. 10-2 is the lead for Bluefield at the 5-minute mark here of the third quarter. Here's Rose with it. Here's Greater Beckley down the lane. Nice take, but the shot is no good by Cajo. The ball put up by Pedmore. It's no good, and Bluefield comes out of there with it. Harrison has it, goes down to the floor. Ball's loose, out of bounds right here in front of me, and it will stay with Greater Beckley. So it'll be Greater Beckley's ball. They'll inbound right here in front of me. 10-2 is the Bluefield lead. So if you're counting score, that would make the score actually 40-37 in favor of Bluefield as they inbound the ball with 4:47 left in the third quarter. As I mentioned, they start all over at the beginning of every quarter. And so in this quarter, it's a 10-2 Bluefield lead. With the ball now for Bluefield will be Adair. He puts it on the deck, tacks the rim, puts up the shot, and scores. Nice job by Steve Adair for Bluefield, and it's a 12-2 Bluefield lead. And we have a whistle and ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Greater Beckley. So Bluefield started this second half, a ball of fire. They've opened up with a 10-point advantage. They've fought the full court pressure, and they get a steal. And he's out of bounds. The ball will go back over to Greater Beckley. So Greater Beckley will have it. Putting the ball in play will be Sean Cajo. Cajo gets the ball in to Wilson. Wilson races the ball up the floor. Wilson down into the lane, puts up a scoop shot. It's blocked from behind. It'll stay with Greater Beckley. Kendrick Wilson, a good-looking player. He went hard to the basket. So Smallwood will put the ball in play. Caden Smallwood on the baseline. 12-2 the lead for Bluefield, as you can see on your screen. 4:25 for the third quarter. The overall lead would be Bluefield at 40-37. As I mentioned, they start all over every quarter. Here's Rose having a shot blocked. Johnson gets it out of the air over to Flack. Bluefield in the front court. Flack on the right wing on the dribble. He gets a screen from Johnson, comes around. I thought about the three. Defended well that time by Greater Beckley. And they'll get the ball out here between the circles. Flack will set it up. Flack gets the ball over to Johnson. Johnson has the ball knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with Bluefield with 4:01 left here in the third quarter. A 12-2 Bluefield run to start the second half. 40-37 the actual lead for the Beavers. Here's Johnson with it. Here's a three ball by Adair. Good. It's a 15-2 lead for Bluefield here in the third quarter, and Greater Beckley throws it away. So we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Timeout by Greater Beckley with 3:47 left third quarter. It's a 15-2 advantage. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But as I mentioned, if you're just joining us, they start. Actually, it's a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
We welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. 15-2, the Bluefield lead here in the third quarter. Going by quarters, Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14. Also won the second quarter 19-16, and that would be put them up 35-30 at the break. But if you add the 15, so Bluefield would have 45. Bluefield would be up 45-37 is the actual score, but they do start over after every quarter. So it'd be 45-37 in favor of Bluefield. Bluefield will inbound the ball across the way with 3:47 left here in the third quarter. Flack with the ball. Out near midcourt, Flack on a dribble. He gets a screen on the right wing, picks up his dribble, gets the ball inside. There's a new player for Bluefield. That new player into the ball game just now, and I'm not sure if we have have him on the roster as Wilson finishes left of the lane. Nice move to make it 15-4. So here's the Beavers with it. They get the ball in the front court to Adair. Adair off the dribble between the circles, out high. Adair gets a screen, comes around the screen, tacks the rim, puts up the shot off glass, too strong. Rebound was Looney. Ball is free on the floor. Here's Smallwood with it. Smallwood, he can't get control, but it's run down by Carmichael. Carmichael gets the ball to Rose, and Rose will draw the foul left of the lane, and John Rose will get to the line to shoot 2. So with 3:01 remaining here in the third quarter, it's a 15-4 lead in favor of Bluefield, and John Rose will shoot 2. Rose is set. Greater Beckley's been really good at the line here this morning as this free throw is good. They have taken 15 free throws, and they've made 12 of them. 12 of 15 at the line here this morning for Greater Beckley. Rose will shoot the back end of the two-shot opportunity. 15-5, the lead for Bluefield in this third quarter. Rose's second free throw looks good and is. He got them both. And it's a 15-6 Bluefield lead here in the third quarter. We're just under 3 minutes left in it. Here's Tumman down low, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line. So Campbell Tumman will get to the free throw line, the 6'1 junior. And he will shoot 2. And the next game will be Capital and Greenbrier East right here on video production. Later tonight at 7 o'clock, Beckley and St. Albans. As the free throw by Tumman is good. That's only the second free throw that Bluefield has taken in this game. They're 2 of 2, and they lead 16-6 in the third quarter. Second free throw, in and out and back in again, so he got them both to Tumman. And it's 17-6 here in the third quarter is the Bluefield lead. Wilson. They throw the ball over to Rose on the right wing. Rose penetrates the right baseline, throws the ball back out to Wilson. Here's a deep three from the left side, and that's an air ball. Smallwood can't save it, and it will go over to the Beavers. So Bluefield will have it. They lead 17-6 in this quarter. So that actually, the overall score would be 47-41 in favor of Bluefield. And here's a battle, and the ball's loose, and we're going to have a held ball, I believe, or no, we'll call foul. We'll call Bluefield foul. So the possession will be with Greater Beckley. And Greater Beckley will have the ball as Miko Robinson checks into the lineup. Robinson will inbound the ball, and he'll get the ball to Kenneth Wilson. Wilson has it in the backcourt, crosses the midcourt stripe. Wilson on the dribble, the right wing, leans in, passes, finds Rose all alone. He missed the layup. He had a good look, and he blew the layup. Back the other way come the Beavers. Here's Bluefield on the attack. Here's a reverse layup, up and in. We're sorry, that's a great play by that young man, but he's not wearing a jersey, so I don't know who he is. He doesn't have a game jersey on or a practice jersey that has a number on it. So here's Robinson with it for Greater Beckley, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Greater Beckley. So Greater Beckley will inbound the ball. This has been a big Bluefield quarter, up 19-6 here in this third quarter, with 1:51 left here in the third quarter. So Greater Beckley puts it in play. The ball comes into Smallwood, gets the ball across the midcourt stripe. Smallwood into the lane, tacks the rim, draws the foul, and Smallwood will get to the line to shoot 2. So 2 free throws coming for Smallwood, as this will be free throws 17 and 18 as the team for Greater Beckley. Bluefield's only shot 3 free throws, but Greater Beckley's been really good at the line. They've made 13 of 16, and as soon as I say that, they miss it. So 13 of 17 is Greater Beckley from the free throw line. And it's a 19-6 lead for Bluefield here in this third quarter. Second free throw, no good. He missed them both, and it'll go over to Bluefield. Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14. They won the second quarter 19-16, but it's been all Bluefield in this third quarter, up 19-6. And here's the Beavers with it. Down low, a little short shot by Tumman is good. 21-6 is the Bluefield lead here in the third quarter. A minute and a half remaining. Wilson into the front court. Wilson stutter steps. Now whips a pass inside. That is down low. The shot is up and no good. Putting that shot up was Pedmore, and he was not able to convert. I beg your pardon, Padmore Jr. Sherlock Padmore Jr. He was not able to convert on that. So it'll be Bluefield's ball. Putting the ball in play will be William Looney. Looney will get the ball in. And here's Bluefield on the attack. Got a new player into the game, Brandon Fogg. And that's what it's written down here. So Bluefield will have it. And actually, Bluefield there, they turned it over, so Greater Beckley will have it. 1:17 for the third quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Greater Beckley. 21-6 in this third quarter. Bluefield's really turned it up here in the third quarter after losing the first two quarters. Here's Caden Smallwood down the lane, puts up the shot. He'll draw the foul. So Smallwood will get to the line to shoot two. And it's a place where Greater Beckley has lived. This will be the 19th and 20th free throws coming. Bluefield's only shot 3. So Smallwood at the free throw line. First free throw on its way is good. Makes it 21-7. So 14 of 19 is Greater Beckley from the free throw line. The back end of the two-shot opportunity by Smallwood is no good, so Greater Beckley is 14 of 20 at the line, and the ball will go over to Bluefield on the rebound. So Fuller will put it in play. Fuller, they get it in on the far side, get the ball up the floor. Here's Bluefield with it. Here's Fuller with it. Around the horn they go, into the lane. A lot of contact, and it's an offensive foul. So we'll go back the other way. We're under a minute remaining here in quarter number 3. Bluefield has outscored Greater Beckley, as you can see on your screen, 21-7. Here's Smallwood with it in the open floor. Left side, 10-footer, back iron, no good. Here comes Bluefield back the other way. Having a hard time hanging on the ball. Fuller has it. Nice spin move. Finished with the left hand. That was a sensational play by Caleb Fuller. 23-7, the Bluefield lead as we play the final 40 seconds of quarter number 3. Here's a pass down low. There's an easy layup. Nice catch. Nice able to take it to the rim is Padmore Jr., and he scores inside. 23-9, the Bluefield lead. Back the other way is a foul on Greater Beckley. So Bluefield have a player that went up, and he is injured up under the basket. So we have a foul on the play. And up under the basket. They're attending to the injured Bluefield player. And that is Campbell Tillman, a 6'1 junior. So they're going to have to take him out of the game with 25.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. So let's see who Bluefield will have to shoot the free throws, as he's got 2 shots coming. And waiting to see who'll come off the Beaver bench to shoot the free throws. But it's been a big third quarter, as you can see on your screen, 23-9 Bluefield. Greater Beckley had outscored Bluefield in the first 2 quarters, 16-14 in the first, 19-16 in the second. And the overall score had been 35-30. But now, let's see who will shoot the free throws. Will be Chance Johnson. He'll shoot 2. And the free throw is no good. That's Bluefield's first miss from the line here this morning. And it's only their 4th free throw taken. And if we were keeping the score all the way through, it'd be a 53. The second free throw is good. It'd be a 53-44 Bluefield lead as Bluefield gets the steal. Fuller with it. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. They get the ball back out high. Fields with it. He'll put it on the deck, and he'll double dribble. So he'll turn it over, and with 14.6 remaining here in the third quarter, It's been a big quarter for Bluefield, leading 23-9 in this quarter. Bluefield would have been down at the half 35-30, but this will give them a 53-44 lead. Last shot time for Greater Beckley. Here's Wilson tacking the rim, puts up the shot, no good. Bluefield comes out after the rebound. Ball's loose. And Greater Beckley can get a shot off, and they do by Wilson right before the buzzer, and that's how the third quarter will end. At the end of three, Bluefield wins this third quarter 23-11. As we'll take a break and come back for the fourth quarter as you're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're going to the fourth quarter here at Shady High School. I'm Maris Lowry. Glad you're with us here on Video Production this morning. Bluefield and Greater Beckley, and they start all over 0-0 at the beginning of every quarter. Greater Beckley won the first quarter 16-14. Greater Beckley also won the second quarter 19-16, which would have put them up 35-30 at the break. But a strong third quarter by Bluefield, as Bluefield outscored Greater Beckley 23-11 in that third quarter. So the actual game score would be 53-44 in favor of Bluefield as we start the final 8 minutes of this scrimmage between Bluefield and Greater Beckley. Greater Beckley's gotten to the line 20 times this morning. They've made 14 of them. Bluefield has gotten to the line 5 times, and they have made 3. So we're ready to go. The final quarter. Like I said, we start all over at 0-0, but Bluefield would be ahead by the score 53-44. So we're ready to rock and roll, and let's get going as we are to start quarter number 4. The next game will be Capital against Greenbrier East. So both teams now emerge from their huddle and get out onto the floor. And let's see who will have the possession to start the fourth quarter. Out there for Greater Beckley, looks like their original starting 5 with John Rose, Sean Cadreau, Sherlock Padmore, Caden Smallwood, and Kendrick Wilson. For Bluefield, looks like it'll be their same. William Looney will be out there. John Flack, Chance Johnson. Let's see, R.J. Harrison also out there. And Caleb Fuller. So we'll start the fourth quarter with the possession to Bluefield. Flack gets the ball into the backcourt, crosses the midcourt stripe, gets the screen on the right side, gets the ball to Harrison. Harrison out high between the circles, takes the ball and throws it away. So on the turnover, the ball will go over to Greater Beckley. We're into the fourth quarter. We start all over 0-0 at the end of every quarter. Bluefield would actually be leading through 3 quarters 53-44. And here they get the ball inside. Now they get the ball to Rose. Rose on the right wing, launches a 3, too strong, fight for the rebound. And Smallwood gets it over to Rose. Rose puts the ball up and scores. Nice job by Rose, off glass, right of the lane. And Greater Beckley scores the first 2 points of the fourth quarter. Here's Bluefield with it, Flack with it, gets the ball over to Johnson. Around the horn they go. On the far side, Fuller. Fuller gets it back, gets into the lane. They knock the ball free. Here's Greater Beckley out to Smallwood with a breakaway, left of the lane, lay it up and in. So Greater Beckley gets a good start to this fourth quarter. They scored the first 4 points, and Bluefield wants a timeout, wants to talk about it. So the actual score would be, with these two buckets, it's a tight game, would be 53-48. As Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 16-14 in the first quarter, 19-16 in the second quarter. But it was that big third quarter by Bluefield that's given them the lead. 23-11, Bluefield outscored Greater Beckley. So the third quarter would have ended 53-44. Now with back-to-back hoops by Greater Beckley, if we're actually keeping score all the way through, it'd be 53-48 would be the lead in favor of Bluefield. So out of the timeout, Bluefield will have it. And Greater Beckley will show full court pressure. The ball comes into Flack. Flack with Robinson all over him. Flack into the front court. Passes the ball there into the left wing to Looney. Looney to Johnson. Johnson sets a screen and gives the ball to Fuller. Fuller's had a good game this morning. They pass the ball over to Looney, back to Fuller. Fuller to Looney. They get the ball to Harrison, head of the lane. Harrison stops, now gets the ball over. Fuller with a nice baseline move. Looney rather puts up the shot, no good. The ball's loose. They battle for the loose ball, and Greater Beckley has it. Here's a long pass into the front court. It's Caudreau. Caudreau catches it, and they knock the ball out of his hands. So they'll have Greater Beckley to inbound, and putting the ball in play will be Miko Robinson. Over to Rose. Rose gets the ball back to Robinson. Over to Wilson. Back to Robinson in the corner for a three. Too strong. Long rebound. Rose has it. Another chance for Greater Beckley. Rose into the paint. Gives the ball over to Wilson. They throw it away. Here comes Bluefield back the other way. Left of the lane. The shot put up and in. Nice job by Caleb Fuller. Bluefield's on the board here in the fourth quarter. So 4-2 Greater Beckley lead. Here's a fall-away shot. That shot was put up by Wilson, no good. Battle for the rebound, and will stay with Greater Beckley. As Sherlock Padmore will put the ball in play. Or it was, now they'll turn the ball over and give the ball to Robinson. He'll put it in play for Greater Beckley. So Miko Robinson will put the ball in play. Gets the ball into the corner. They get the ball out now to Wilson. Kendrick Wilson now gets the ball to Rose. Rose gets the ball to Robinson. Back to Rose into the lane. Give and go. Shots rejected. Nice block that time by the Beavers. And here's Flack. They got numbers 4-on-1. Flack behind the back. Layup up and in. A well-rounded fast break as Fuller finishes. 4-4 here in the fourth quarter. 5.5 to go. With the ball is Wilson. Kendrick Wilson. They turn it over. Here's Bluefield. 3-on-2. Flack has it. He thought about the three. Whips the pass down low to Johnson. Left of the lane. Johnson catch, shoot, and score. Bluefield, a mini 6-0 run. Take a 6-4 lead here in the fourth quarter. Here's Greater Beckley. Pedro takes the ball to the basket. Lay it up and in. Nice job by Padmore Jr. Is Padmore able to score? 6-6. Here's Johnson. Johnson between the circles. Johnson gets the ball over to Fuller. Shake and bake, comes off the screen. Try to do the pick and roll. They throw it away. Ball's loose. Johnson still having trouble picking it up, and Greater Beckley's out of bounds as Pedro was laying across the inline. Pedmore, rather, I beg your pardon. Pedmore was laying on the inline, and the ball will go over to Bluefield. So here's Bluefield with it. Bluefield looking to get the ball in. They do so to Flack. Flack has it, goes right down the lane. Nice pass over to Harrison. Harrison in traffic, puts up the shot, no good. Carmichael comes out with the rebound. Carmichael with a long pass over to Wilson. Wilson attacks the rim, right of the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Carmichael with the offensive rebound, put it up, and he draws the foul. Good hustle that time by Azel Carmichael for Greater Beckley. And Carmichael, he'll shoot two with 4:28 left in the fourth quarter, and we're even at 6. So the actual score would really be 59-50 in favor of Bluefield. But like I said, we start all over at the beginning of every quarter, and Carmichael's free throw is no good. So Greater Beckley started out hot from the line, and now they've missed They missed 3 of their last 6. So here's Carmichael to shoot the back end, and the free throw is good. So he gets 1 of 2. And it's a 7-6 lead for Greater Beckley. Here's Harrison, left of the lane, shoots and scores. 8-7 in favor of Bluefield. About halfway through the fourth quarter. 15-footer by Smallwood, front of the rim, no good. Carmichael with the rebound. Dishes the ball down low, and Rose able to finish right of the lane. 9-8 is the lead for Greater Beckley here in this fourth quarter. Back the other way. Here comes the pass. Down low. Padmore puts up the shot, no good. Bluefield comes out of there with it. Here's Flack all alone. He'll go in left of the lane and lay it up and in. 10-9 is the lead in favor of Bluefield. 3.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Rose with it. Rose penetrates, shoots right of the lane, scores. 11-10. Greater Beckley back out in front here in the fourth quarter. Flack across the midcourt stripe. Flack on the dribble. Stops. Will launch a 3 right side. It's no good. Padmore clears for Greater Beckley. Padmore will walk it up into the front court. Padmore puts it on the deck. Padmore into the lane. Gets the ball over to Caden Smallwood. Smallwood for 3. Knocks it down. Smallwood hits the 3. 14-10, the Greater Beckley lead with 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. So here's Bluefield with it. Harrison in the low post. Spins. Loses the ball. Ball's knocked free. Ball's still free. It's picked up by Bluefield, and it's knocked out of bounds. Actually, the ball is lost out of bounds. It'll go over to Greater Beckley. Amir Harrison will check into the lineup for Bluefield. It's a 14-10 lead in favor of Greater Beckley. So if you're keeping score, it would be 63-58. It'd be a 5-point lead. As here is a nice shot taken up as he's fouled is Kendrick Wilson, and Wilson will get to the line to shoot 2. So Wilson to shoot 2 with 2:38 left in the fourth quarter. 14-10, the lead for Bluefield. So if we were counting score all the way through, Bluefield would be ahead 63-58. So it's been a tight game. And the free throw by Wilson is no good. So after Greater Beckley started hot at the line, they've now missed 5 of their last 8 free throws. Next one is good. So 1 of 2 made by Wilson, and that takes the lead to 15-10. And if you're keeping score, it's actually a 4-point Bluefield lead at 53-49. Here's Wilson back the other way, lays it in. Beg your pardon, lays it up. He couldn't get it to go in. It goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Bluefield with 2:25 left here in the fourth quarter. It's a 15-10 lead for Greater Beckley. Greater Beckley won the first 2 quarters, 16-14 and 19-16. And they did Greater Beckley 35-30 at the break. But Bluefield, as you can see, Flack is injured as they take him off the floor. Bluefield had a big third quarter, 23-11. And right now Greater Beckley is up 5 here in this fourth quarter at 15-10. So Bluefield will have it. Here's Fields into the front court on the left side. Picks up his dribble, gets the ball out to Fuller between the circles. They whip the pass down low. Amari Harrison couldn't handle it, and back the other way is Greater Beckley. And here's Fuller with the steal on the long pass. Ball's free, getting a little sloppy now as they fight for the ball on the floor. Fields has it, and they'll call travel and give the ball back to Greater Beckley. So it's a 15-10 lead, as you can see on your screen here in the fourth quarter, in favor of Greater Beckley with 2:03 left in the fourth quarter. The actual score would be 63-59. So it'd be a tight game if we count the score all the way through. Here's Greater Beckley with it. Here's Carmichael. Baseline, 15-footer, too strong. Adair clears the rebound for Bluefield. Adair with the ball in the front court. Adair's going to attack the rim right of the lane, put up the short shot and score. Nice job by Steve Adair. And that's a cuts the lead to 3 for Greater Beckley in this fourth quarter, 15-12. Smallwood all the way to the rack, lays it in with the left hand. So 17-12, Greater Beckley leads Bluefield here in this fourth quarter with 1:35 left in it. We've got another player, that Smallwood's down, and there's also a timeout. While he's down, we'll take a break. You're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
Family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. Here's this last replay. As you can see, Caden Smallwood bring the ball up the floor, tack the rim left of the lane, and I'm not sure if he stepped on somebody's foot there, and he's still down up under the basket. But it's a 17-12 lead for Greater Beckley here in this fourth quarter. And the actual score would be 65-61. And that's how tight of a game it's been. Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 16-14 in the first quarter, 19-16 in the second quarter. As here is Greater Beckley getting a steal. And now Bluefield gets the ball back. It's a 3 on nobody over to Fuller. He lays it up and in. Caleb Fuller finishes with the bucket. 17-14 the lead. Back the other way is Carmichael able to score. 19-14 the lead. Here's Greater Beckley's Wilson with the steal. Wilson down the lane over to Carmichael. Carmichael puts up the short shot, no good. The putback is good. Nice job that time by Padmore as he gets the finish. It's 21-14. Back the other way. Short shot put up by Fuller, no good. Padmore comes out of there with it. Gives the ball to Robinson. Robinson, less than a minute, wheels and deals, gets into the paint, puts up a short shot to Rose. He'll score. 23-14, the Greater Beckley lead. 40 seconds left in the game. Here's Fuller right of the lane, lay it up and in. And Bluefield will call a timeout. It's 23-16. So we'll watch this next replay, or this last replay. Nice spin move. Rose right there into the center of the lane, able to score. So we've got a timeout on the floor with 34.8 seconds left here in the ball game. As we take a look at how this went, it was 16-14 in favor of Greater Beckley at the first quarter, 19-16 in the second quarter. So overall score would have been 35-30 in favor of Greater Beckley. But Bluefield had a big third quarter, outscoring Greater Beckley 23-11 to go up 53-44. And now Greater Beckley is leading 23-16. So you add the points there, that would be 69 for Bluefield and 67 for Greater Beckley. That's what we'd be. It'd be a 2-point game right now. If we were keeping all the way from the beginning, Bluefield would be leading 69-67. There's 34.8 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. And out of the timeout, let's see, the ball will be Greater Beckley. And I don't know why they just didn't, why they start all over 0-0 at the end of each quarter, why they just don't go all the way through and actually keep the score of the game. And we're going to have a Bluefield foul. And the foul's going to be on Harrison. Amari Harrison will be whistled for the Bluefield foul. So it'll be an out-of-bounds play for Greater Beckley. And he'll put the ball in play to Rose. Rose will attack the basket, left the lane, put up the short shot, no good, get his own rebound. Get the ball back out to Padmore, trying to get the ball inside. And here's a wild-looking shot. That shot goes up, no good by Cadreau. And back here's Harrison, gets the ball to Fuller. Fuller will lay it up and in. 23-18 is the lead as we play the final 12 seconds of this one. Fields keeps it in play, and he quite can't as he got the ball in play, but then Harrison couldn't get it before it hit the end line, or the sideline rather. So there's 8.6 seconds left here in the contest as we watch the replay there. And Greater Beckley has outscored Bluefield by 5 in this quarter. So if this holds up, Greater Beckley's going to end up outscoring Bluefield three of the four quarters. But that big third quarter, the 23-11, looks like it might give Bluefield the win, because it would be 71-67 Bluefield if we were actually keeping the full score all the way through. So with 8.6 left here in the fourth quarter, it'll be Greater Beckley's ball out of the timeout. And here comes Greater Beckley to inbound the ball. They'll do so on the far side with 8.6 left in the contest. And it would be a 71-67 lead for Bluefield. And Greater Beckley finally gets the ball in. They get the ball in. Wilson has a tough time, and the ball's stolen. Fuller puts the ball up and in, and Bluefield takes the timeout with 1.2. So 23-20, the Greater Beckley lead as we watch that last replay. The little general instant replay. You can see the steal. Fuller able to get it, and he'll finish it right of the lane with the layup. So this has been a good quarter, 23-20. Greater Beckley's had really 3 solid quarters, putting up 16 in the first, 19 in the second, and 23 here in the fourth. But the third quarter, they only able to manage 11 points. Bluefield scored 14, 16, 23, and 20. So Bluefield's going to go back-to-back quarters with 20 or more. And so Bluefield very impressive in the second half. So there's 1.2 seconds left here in the game. Greater Beckley will get it in. But in this scrimmage, Bluefield's going to win this game. And long pass into the front court to point 1. You can't get a shot off in point 1, so it'll stay with Greater Beckley. And Bluefield, and this was a very evenly matched game. The third quarter was the difference in this game. Bluefield outscoring Greater Beckley 23-20 in that third quarter. So that'll end it, 23-20. Greater Beckley will win this fourth quarter. But overall, Bluefield will win. Bluefield will have 73 points and 67 for Greater Beckley. So if you kept score all the way through, Bluefield would win the game 73-67. Greater Beckley won 3 of the 4 quarters. Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 16-14 in the first, 19-16 in the second, and 23-20 in the fourth. The only quarter Bluefield won, and they won it significant enough to win the game. 23-11, Bluefield outscored Greater Beckley in that third quarter, and they win the game 73-67 in this preseason scrimmage game. So I'm not really sure what they're going to get into now. If they're going to play a fifth quarter, it's going to go a situational time. So we are going to continue here. We're going to put 3 minutes on the clock, start it over. And we'll continue here. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll have the fifth quarter for you between Bluefield and Greater Beckley as you're watching the Shady Shootout here on Video Productions.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
So here we are. We're going to play a fifth quarter. They got a lot of new faces in there and trying to get a lot of people some playing time. As through the game, through the score, it would have been 73-67. As you can watch the action there on your screen. So Bluefield has the ball. Like I said, we're playing a 3-minute an extra 3 minutes, and Bluefield's in front. But we go back and look at the actual varsity game, and it was a 16-14 Greater Beckley lead at the end of the first quarter. They led 19-16 at the break, which would have been 35-30. Then a 23-11 would have been, and I beg your pardon, I did miss up on the score there. So it would have been 53-46 at halftime, and it ended up 73-68. Beg your pardon, 73-69 would have been the final score. So we got it right there. It would have been 73-69 in the 4 quarters played between the two teams, between Bluefield and Greater Beckley. Here in the 5th quarter, you can see here Bluefield leads it 5-0. The next game we'll have coming up will be Capital and against Greenbrier East. As we play out this 1:35 left here. And 5-0 is the lead in favor of Bluefield. But anyway, the game that when they played was very competitive between Bluefield and Greater Beckley, and it looks like that both these teams are going to have a fine season. And like I said, it's good competition to find out where you're at, what you need to work on, and get you ready to start the upcoming 2021-2022 high school basketball season. So here's a shot put up. No good. Here's Bluefield. They put up a short shot. Here's Greater Beckley with it. So we're playing the final 50 seconds of this one. 50.7 left in it. Bluefield leading 5-0. This is the 5th quarter. So Bluefield and Greater Beckley, like I said, just to recap what happened in their varsity matchup, it was 16-14 in favor of Greater Beckley at the first quarter, 19-16 in the second quarter. And Bluefield had a big third quarter outscoring Greater Beckley 23-11, and then 73-69 would have been the final score. But Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 23-20 in that fourth quarter. So Bluefield, the second half, able to put up 43 points, a 23-point third quarter and a 20-point fourth quarter to win the game 73-69. As we play an extra quarter here, we played only 3 minutes, and Bluefield's up 9-2 as Greater Beckley scores as we play the final 5 seconds of this one. So last shot time for Bluefield. They put the shot up. It's no good, and that'll be the end of that. But once again, a final score would have been Bluefield would have won the game 73-69. So I'm not sure if we're going to play another quarter or what we're going to do. So we'll wait and see what they decide to do here. Coming up next will be Capital and Greenbrier East. And that will tip at approximately 12:15. So I think they're going to go to situational basketball. Like I said, this is all for a practice and a developing, getting your team ready to start the season. So we'll see what they decide to do here. There's a replay there. What ended the fifth quarter. So they're going to do situational.
Every situation, every foul is one-on-one, unless there's a shooting foul, obviously. And they're going to flip-flop. So, like, we're doing situations that fans can tell by looking at the scoreboard. We'll do about 4 or 5 of these.
So they'll do situational play as they want to prepare the teams. And is this something I guess we will continue to stream here on video production, and we will. So they give us the okay. Want to keep on watching the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a little bonus basketball, a little situational. Every foul will be 1-1, and obviously, unless it's in the act of shooting a 2-shot foul. And this is just really to help get the teams better, get the coaches better. But if I check my math, let me see if it's right. But the final score should have been 73-69. Let's see. Greater Beckley had a 16-point first quarter and a 19-point second quarter, 11-point third quarter, and a 23-point fourth quarter. So Greater Beckley ended up with 69 points. Bluefield had a 14-point first quarter, a 16-point second quarter, a 23-point third quarter, and a 20-point fourth quarter, which is correct. So Bluefield would have won the game 73-69. So now they're in a situation, and you can see what they've put the score up there. I guess they just picked the score at random because the final score would have been 73-69. So like I said, they want to go through situational basketball and get themselves ready for the last second shot. So 8.6 to go. Bluefield will have the ball, and they want to run their final shot. And down a point. This is how they want to see what they can do, what play that they can come up with. So hope you're enjoying this here on Video Productions and getting a look at both of these teams, Bluefield and Greater Beckley. And Bluefield will have 8.6 seconds left. As we play situational basketball. So it'll be Capital against Greenbrier East in our next game. And that will tip at approximately 12:15. There's Bluefield trying to get off a final shot. And they do, but they don't make it, as you can see. So we're going to go back to, I guess we'll have another situational setup for these teams. So we'll do the same thing. back the other way. And we'll just let you take in what you can see there on the screen as they're flipping these end-of-game situations.
Bluefield's visitors said they were up. No, they're down. Just same situation. Make the home 69. Make the home 69. Okay, 69. Hold on, hold on. Okay.
So Bluefield, the way they're going to do these situations is Bluefield at the line and down a point and needing to make a 1-and-1, and then they've got 20 seconds on the clock. And he makes the free throw. Situational basketball. Second free throw. He made them both. So now Greater Beckley down 1. We'll see what they can do here in the final 20 seconds. We'll just let you watch it and you can see it unfold. Greater Beckley will have the ball with 14 seconds to go in this situation. From midcourt. And we'll let you watch it, let it unfold here. So you can see there's a foul made with 3.2, puts your team in a pressure situation, and now it'll be free throws for Pattamore. So they put up on the screen, as you can see, Bluefield up 1 and needing to make both. There's the first one, and with 3.2 seconds, this can give Greater Beckley the lead for this situation. So there's a break here in the action. And we'll take it with them as you're watching the Shady Springs Shootout here on Video Productions.
LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
And we're back. And we'll just let you watch it. You can see it unfold here for this situation. They put the tie score up, and Pattamore trying to polish off, well, perhaps in the situation as he missed the free throw. And Bluefield has the rebound in the time with 1.9. So we'll look at the replay. There's the missed free throw. Battling for the loose ball. And Bluefield will have it with 1.9. So we'll let you watch it, let it unfold, as this is a situational practice for both of these teams. So situation will be tied with 1.9 left in the game. Bluefield has it at half court. They got to go quick, and we'll let you watch it. They got a good look. They just missed the shot. So let's see if we'll do another situational practice between the two. That might be it. We're not sure. They're going to run, I think, another situational set. Let's see how much time they're going to put on the clock. They're going to put 7 seconds on the clock and a 2-point lead for the visiting team, which is Bluefield. And then Greater Beckley will have an opportunity to see what they can do with this. But the actual game was played, and Bluefield would have won the actual game 73-69. As Greater Beckley won 3 of the 4 quarters, the first, the second, and the fourth, but Bluefield had that big third quarter and outscored them 23-11. And by doing that, that was enough to put Bluefield over the top to win the preseason game against Greater Beckley 73-69. Now it's just situational stuff here. So we'll let you just watch it, and you can see there's 7 seconds. Situational stuff with Bluefield ahead. Greater Beckley needing a 2 to tie and a 3 to win it under this circumstance. And they throw it away. They get the ball in. There's a quick foul. It'll be 1-1. There was a previous replay. They had a good play set up and just not able to handle the inbounds pass. So in this situation with 3.6, Bluefield can ice the game if he makes both of them. With 3.6 left as the 1-on-1, and first one's good. And that's the big one. And, of course, he can make a 2-possession game under the situational practice that we have right here. Here's the second one. He missed it. Greater Beckley called a timeout with 3 seconds left. So in this situation, Greater Beckley was down 3 and will have to go 3 quarter courts. And they'll need a 3 with 3 seconds left. So this is where you come up with your strategy. If Bluefield would foul and send them to the line, would not allow them to get a 3-point shot off. I'm not sure if this will be the final situational setup that we'll have. The next game will be Capital and Greenbrier East, tipping approximately 12:15. So we're set up for this final 3 seconds. We'll just let you watch and let you see it unfold. Got a shot at it, and it come up short. And let's see if that's going to be the end of this particular game in scrimmage. I believe it will be. Both of these teams, it was a very close, tight game. So maybe they're going to do one more situation. So they will do another situation. This situation is Bluefield will have the ball down 2 with 7 seconds left. So here we go. Let's see, a situational setup. There's 7 seconds left. Bluefield will have the ball. They'll be down 2. I always want to see how what kind of plays these teams will have faced with this situation throughout the course of the year. So obviously you want to be able to practice your last second shot attempt. So Bluefield will inbound on the baseline, needing 2 to tie and a 3 to take the lead with 7 seconds left here in our situational setup. So let's just watch it and see. Nice play, and it's a 3. Wow. That was well executed, and Bluefield able to get it done. Able to run a 3 in that situation with 7 seconds left, and I believe will do it. But it was a really good scrimmage for both teams, Greater Beckley and Bluefield. The regular game, Bluefield would have won 73-69. Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 16-14 in the first quarter. Greater Beckley outscored Bluefield 19-16 in the second quarter, which would have made it 35-30 at halftime in favor of Greater Beckley. But that big third quarter, Bluefield outscoring Greater Beckley 23-11 to go up 53-46, and then Greater Beckley outscores Bluefield 23-20 in the final frame, and it ended up 73-69 had it have been a regular game. But the way you do the scrimmages, you start all over at the end of each quarter. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll be back right before the tip of the next game, which will be in about 25 minutes, which is Capital and Greenbrier East. So I'm Maris Lowry saying good morning, or actually, not quite afternoon yet. And we'll be back for the next game momentarily here on Video Productions.
Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.